Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since I've seen you and you've seen me, but I just wanted to quickly pop by and let you know of something I've noticed a little bit lately. And that's been a few of your fellow EAS creators having their work reposted online on other channels. I'm noticing this quite a bit at present, and it seems that the algorithm for YouTube is highlighting this. And also, a couple of users have been pointing this out to me. So, thank you so much for them. There does seem to be a few serial people that seem to be stealing content from other EAS creators. So, I just wanted to let you know that I've been doing some copyright claim takedowns. And I would recommend that those of you who do have content up on YouTube, that you just do some double checking. The algorithm isn't necessarily great at automatically picking up content. So you may want to actually have a look around for yourself and see if any of your content is appearing on other channels. Hello, Persian Serb. Lovely to see you. So I wanted to let you know about that first of all. Second of all, yes, I am actually back to working on new content. A lot of the issues around my depression have been lifting, which has been really good. So that's been fantastic. So there is some good news on that. I've started writing again the scenarios for the Kaiju series, and also have just finished the script for the rest of the Doctor Who one with the Doctor Who and Doctor Who and the Cybermen. So that should be hopefully out by Christmas. I've got a month off over the Christmas period. I have been working 6 and 7 days a week for the last God knows how long, and it really has taken a big toll on my health. So I'm taking some time off over Christmas to get my life back together. And getting my creative side back together because I've missed making videos. I've been doing live broadcasts every Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday and sometimes Thursdays for work, doing live workshops for the seniors and so on. But it's put me right off wanting to do actual EAS content. And now that I'm actually getting some time away from work, I'm looking forward to getting back in and actually making more videos for you all. So big hello to Hello and Orange Oof, Glacy Boy and Miles. Lovely to see you all. Um, yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed about some of the other people that seem to be around on YouTube that are just screen capping other people's videos and not including their content. You'll notice on some of my videos, at least I do put attribution in for anything that I may have used from somewhere else. And if there's any of my videos where you think I could have given attribution to something, please do let me know. I'm always happy to do so. But I have noticed that there are a few channels on YouTube who are seriously repeatedly posting other EAS content creators' work as well as mine, and then putting it under their own name. There was one guy who was doing them under the Awakening scenarios and reposting them. Now, he had reposted 4 of my videos. I've put through takedowns on those, and it seems as though his channel's gone. But there do seem to be a regular group of people that seem to be doing this. So, just a word of warning to other creators: just do, take a couple of hours out over the weekend if you can, and go through and have a look around the internet for your videos because they may be appearing on other channels. There is fair use is one thing, but you should other creators, if they do want to use your work, they should be asking your permission first and at least be giving attribution in the videos because essentially they're stealing your content and they're stealing your right to make some money off it. Now, in the chat, yes, thank you so much, young Master Farigs. You're fantastic. There's not a new channels. Yeah, it's been really. Thank you, Ran Photo. It's been really interesting seeing what everyone's doing. There's some really fantastic work out there, and there's some really shite workout out there. Some really, really El Cheapo stuff, which I think anyone using Power Director, come on, guys. There does seem to be a few younger creators who don't quite get how things should be and what the etiquette is and all that sort of stuff. And you guys know me well enough. You know that I'm more than happy for any of my content to appear on other channels as long as that attribution's been given and I've been asked permission. I mean, I don't mind. You've just got to do the right thing and ask. That's all I care about. Um, so, Glacy, any pitfalls to specifically avoid? Assumptions. I've learned about assumptions and Google Translate? One of the things I want to do with some future videos is I do want to actually have some of you involved as collaborators in terms of helping me do language translation. Some of you helped with the Zombie Apocalypse Global series, and that was so amazing. So thank you so much for that. So what I'd really like to do is continue on a bit more with that, with the kaiju sort of things. So with various countries, because I want to have as many of the different kaiju across the Godzilla series and the other, sort of monster movie series that are out there as well. Sort of this big monster melee mash, essentially. So that's what I want to do with that particular video. And there's not only the videos that I'm doing here. I'm also doing some 3D modeling, and I've also been doing some 3D printing and working on 3D printing and things like that. And then there's the other creative pursuits, but I'm feeling my creativity coming back. So I wanted to give you the good news that yes, I will be returning back to content creation, but I do want those of you who are creators just to keep an eye out, as there do seem to be a few regular people that seem to be reposting content without attribution. And fair use is one thing, but they should be asking. A couple of questions. What do we got? Interesting. TFM and Alert World. Yeah, Alert World are really interesting. The UK nuclear EAS. The counter was 80% of the video. Didn't give. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. If you see any videos out there that have appeared on another channel, pop a comment in the comments of the video. If there's a comment area available to say, hey, please give attribution to this, or this content originally appeared in XYZ video. People should know that the content they're watching has come from another channel first. That's really important. So yeah, if you do see it, and thank you for letting us know, the Persian sub, that's amazing. Yeah, definitely do feel free to put those comments in. Those creators need to know, a lot of people mistake fair use with being able to just use content that they want, and that's not the way it works. So yeah. SCP realized is really good. Thank you, young master. Thank you very much. Physicist, yeah. Alert World would be really interesting. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. So I just wanted to let you all know, just be aware that there is the odd wanker out there that's not doing the right thing by you all. And do feel free to, put your hand up and say to that person, hey, give me attribution. That's only fair. Otherwise, if you don't feel like doing that, you can go ahead and do takedowns as well. And that's really the nuclear option. But I think it's probably the right way to do it in the end if someone doesn't give you attribution. And again, I'm always open to that too. If there's anything that's come up in my video that you think I should have given attribution for, always whack it in the comments. I never have a problem with dealing anything if I ever get it wrong. That sort of stuff. Well, topic, when did I see interest in emergency broadcasts? It was that's a really interesting thing. Hello, EAS New South Wales, lovely to see you. Um, it's a weird thing. It just came about one day because I've been watching Threads again. And those of you who may have seen Threads, it's probably the most frighteningly accurate docudrama ever about nuclear war. There's the American one the day after. That's all very nice. It's a bit schmaltzy, but Threads will make you crap your dacks. It's the film that leaves people with nightmares because you go through before the nuclear war, actually during the nuclear war, the fallout afterwards, and then the long term after that. And you see those characters go through, and some survive and some don't. And the second half is definitely makes you want to think, I would not want to live through a nuclear war. Thank you very much. So it was really watching Threads, which what got me started. And I'd realized that we didn't really have something in Australia for that. And that's when I started looking around. Now, if I'm going to be doing future videos, I'm probably going to be looking at branding and getting in touch with the SES, because the reason that I'm doing the branding in the federal government logo for the nuke warning videos is so that it's actually not seen as an official SES video, because the SES, the State Emergency Service, is really the group that would actually issue an end alert for an emergency, particularly in the state of Victoria. So it's a little bit different. Yeah, and there's more work to do. Australia really doesn't actually have a standard for nuclear warning, so I really got to create something, which is quite nice. Now, we've got a couple of other questions in here. Yeah, in my nuclear bunker. Yeah, it's amazing how I've moved everything in my place around so much over the last year or so. Yeah, the AWS, yeah, the Australian Warning System. Yeah, now everything's moved, and we've now got our levels of warning in Australia as well. And so, for those of you who might be curious, one of the upcoming series I want to create is emergency warnings in your country. So, EAS New South Wales, maybe we might want to collaborate or get together at some point and talk about. I want to do a video on the various emergency warning systems. So, starting off with the Australian ones and what the actual factual emergency warning systems are, and then looking at different countries around the world for each future video as to actually what emergency warning systems they have in place. In the zombie apocalypse video, a whole lot of those emergency warnings are purely fictional and created because some of those countries don't actually have an official emergency warning system in place, or the way that it might have been used wouldn't necessarily fit the video. So I want to actually look at the future factual side of things at that. So I'm happy to go off and do some research and maybe do that series myself. And if anyone wants to collab on the international versions for their country, if you know what the system's like in your country and you're willing to collab and help with translations, get in touch. Pop me a message in the comment or send me an email to yarnold@gmail.com. By the way, you can always pop me an email to my Gmail account, which is yarnold@gmail.com. Okay. So if you ever do have any quiz questions or anything like that, just pop me an email through there. That'd be really cool. Earthquake and tsunami. Yeah, Japanese are amazing. I love the Japanese. Oh, I'm looking forward, hopefully, to going to Japan for my 50th birthday in a couple of years. Yeah, I'll be 50 in 2 years. Can you believe it? I'll be 50 in 2 years. Isn't that weird? So yeah. Um, yeah, I know. Not doing too bad for 50, am I? Let's put it that way. Now, yeah, I think it's incredible with EASs. I just find them a really interesting way to tell stories. Because essentially it's so much of it is description, but it's description with threat at the same time. So it's an interesting way of putting them together. I'm quite a big fan of that. Scratch off the bucket list, yeah. So yeah, that's those of you who are and with the Warp oh 01, thank you for that question. What inspired me to create EAS scenarios? Because yeah, it was literally seeing threads and then going from there and thinking, how would that work? And then after I did the first one, then I suddenly thought about, okay, what about American TV stations? And so that's when I went looking for a defunct American station that I could use the branding for. And it all just started to spiral from there. And one day my brain went, oh, what if Yellowstone, exploded? Or what if there was a Kessler syndrome event? And then of the Cheyenne Gong 1 spacecraft, when that went to re-enter, that was just, easy pickings. And a certain male singer, of course, as we know in that video, gets hit by a piece of space station and dies, which was quite funny. The standard emergency warning signal. No, I haven't actually, and this is where I want to do some updates. I've been out of the loop for a while, to be honest with you, and I've been working on the more fantasy stuff for quite a while. So what I want to do is get back to the bit more factual stuff as well. So yeah, the AWES logo. So the SEWS, the SUS, which is an interesting name for it, the SUS. So that's using, okay, that's the one you're using, EAS New South Wales, you legend. The ABS CBN fictional emergency warning. Oh, so they did in 2015, The Warp. Fantastic. Okay, yes. The Sue's tone, everyone that you'll know that from my videos, the SEWS tone. If there's anything that's going to make you shift things in your bowels, it's that tone. It's pretty, yeah, it's going to definitely get you going. Now, thank you so much the Warpo one, because I wasn't aware that the Philippines actually had their own system. This is great. These are all these things that we do for research and stuff. So thank you so much, because anything that we can point to this, it makes more realism for the future, makes better videos, and I want to have better videos for you all. Yeah, yeah, and that particular noise that in the SEWS tone, that really does get everyone going. It gets the heart going, so it does work for videos. It's pretty good. Um, Now, Ran, what am I looking for first? Yeah, I'm thinking of. I was thinking of Japan first, just because I like Japanese. But to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I want to do Australia first. And then I want to have a look around online for a country that does actually have a specific standard, and how they might actually do that. Now, America's got that, so America might be next. But I really want to, settle on that, because I want to build a suite of 5 videos to start off with in this on that particular series. So we'll see how we go, because there's a part of me which is thinking about giving up my day job and becoming a tuber full time. But that would, that's a big step, particularly as I have quite a large clientele of clients that I teach during my days. And several of them are very elderly. And to be honest with you, with one of them, I've become a part-time carer to them as well, and I'm sort of waiting for them to die, which is not the nicest thing to say, but they're at the end of their life, and I'm really concerned about them. So I'm trying to fit all this in around all of my other life. Now, who's in the chat? Yeet God, lovely to see you, Yeet God. Lovely to see you. Fantastic. Where have I been? Yeah, I've been having a rough life, but you know me, I'll get there. I'm a toughie. Glacy Boy, Prime Minister dead, killed by flying zombies. Oh yeah, look, look. By the way, yes, some of the stuff in my videos is deliberately comedic. Okay, you are allowed to laugh, because some of it I have deliberately written as being comedic. Some of the things I like, some of the things I do like, I like really dark gallows humor. So sometimes it can be quite fun to have something that's quite a funny visual running through them, and the zombie apocalypse videos were a great option for that. And yeah, no, seek shelter now. Seek a place of safety now. Yeah, that's right. That'll be there. The Netherlands. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So yeah, I love the Netherlands. Hello, David RGD. Lovely to see you. Belgium, they're pretty cool as well. Young master, yeah, I know it's pretty. I'm a little bit blunt. Sorry about that, but no, I'm looking forward to coming back and being back and sharing videos. So look out for some new videos over the next couple of weeks. Gray, yes, I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work. Yeah, yeah, a snowy astral. That's what I was meaning, was Ed Sheeran getting struck. That makes me laugh every time. I'm yet to hear from Ed, how he feels about that. Maybe someone who's a fan of his as well might want to raise that with him for shits and giggles. That could be a bit of a laugh. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to coming back. Seeing safety now. Get us say hi to your dad for me. No worries. Yeah, Titan Stalkers. Yeah, well, I had to create I had to create standards of zombies, and there's a part of me which actually is thinking of maybe there's a book in this, because I've sort of been world building with that, and there's a part of me which is ready to come back and look at this where the story continues after the Magno loop was fired at the end of that series. So, because the world isn't definitely over. Let's put it that way. The Magno loop may be pretty special, but it's not that special. So there's yet more to come on that one. And EAS scenario about Luxembourg. Yeah, I'm writing that down. Okay, Luxembourg. Because they're an interesting place, is Luxembourg. Yeah. I'd do a Monte Carlo one, but that might rip the whole out of the financial markets. You never know. Magno Leaf. Oh, and Bhutan. Yeah, Bhutan's lovely. Oh, I don't know if I could hurt Bhutan. Um, you know, there's some really beautiful places around the world. I don't want to molest with a video, but well, you never know. So, everyone, I just wanted to quickly take this quick time to say g'day. I've missed you all. It has actually been a really rough year. I don't know if you know, I'm now actually considered blind in my left eye. Glaucoma's gotten to the point where things are pretty terrible, but I do have still one working eye that I can notice things with. So, we're going to get there. And yeah, look, all I've missed you all. You've been, don't feel sorry for me. That's life. This is what I, by the way, the glaucoma I have is pigment dispersal glaucoma. So essentially, the pigment in the eye, in my eyes, is dispersing, and eventually I'll have sort of like gray eyes. And what's happening is that pigment is actually blocking the blood vessels in my eyes, and that's raising the pressure. Now, the good news is I've got eye drops and we've got it under control. I'll have to have some surgery again, some laser surgery to do to help things along, and maybe some physical surgery because I do have some complications that have arisen on my left eye physically. I've got a big, think of it, a giant bulbing blister on the top of my eyeball. I would never show you it because it's gross and disgusting, and it actually does look like a zombie. But you know what? It's genetic. About 4% of people get pigment dispersal the glaucoma. It mainly affects men in their late 30s to mid 40s. And I lost the vision in my eye, in my left eye, over the period of 6 months. My right eye seems to be holding out well with medication, which is really great. Left eye, so they had to do surgery and so on. But the nice thing is, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And that's the main thing, getting through depression, getting through, clients dying, getting through COVID, getting through all this sort of stuff. I'm having this time off at Christmas. It all helps to get me back together again. I'm feeling more creative than I've ever felt in a long time. And it's just so lovely to be back and be able to talk to you. I did want to just let those of you know who are creators and are, fans of other creators as well. If you see their work on other channels without any attribution and looking like it's stolen, either pop a comment in the comment section so the creator knows, or let the original creator know as well, that sort of stuff, because it's not fair for other people's work to be, appearing on YouTube, but at least without permission or attribution. Yeah, so I still got the one. Yes, that's true, Gray. Still got the one. Oh, David RGD, go for it with producing your EAS scenario, man. Go for it. You know me, everyone. I want those of you who want to do EAS scenarios, go nuts. Don't ever hold back. Get into it. Do it. Because the nice thing is there's a community office out here which are having fun in this. And this is, think of EAS. For those of you who really want to get deep in the creative side of it, don't think of it as reproducing something that's already been made like in real life. Think of creating your own fantasy scenarios. Harvester is brilliant at that sort of stuff. He's really, really great at that. And that's where I think if you've got a really good creative mind, you can build whole worlds and build stories through the EAS. And that's for sort of what I want to do more of. I find that really interesting. It's a great way to be a creative writer. Those of you who might want to stick to doing straight recreations of real things, that's fantastic too, because there's value in that as well. But whatever you do, I hope you have an amazing time doing it. Oh, Persian Soap, if you're feeling getting into it, that's great. YCE, so good to see you, buddy. Yeah, so I don't know, I'll probably nuke Soul or Snowy. This is the thing. If you want to South Korea EAS, that'd be really cool. Yeah, you know how I did a really basic one for the zombie one. Maybe go and actually have a look and do a little bit further research. What are the South Korean TV channels? Do you know any Korean? That really helps super well if you know anyone that speaks or reads or writes Korean. That's this thing. You can go so much further if you do a little bit of research. So yeah, get into it, people. I'm so pleased that you're getting into it, and that's what I want you to do. So, I better get off the internet now. I do actually still have a few things to do this evening. Kenneth, give it a go. Just feel free to get into it. And Josiah, Saya, lovely to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, so look, and it's great to I'm well, and I hope everyone is well. So everyone, just a quickie to say g'day. We're 25 minutes in, and I thought this was just going to be a quick one. So I look forward to, I want to try and do a weekly, hourly chat with you as well. So be on the weekend. I know a lot of you are Northern Hemisphere. So being down here in Australia, I might have to do it in the middle of the night. That's all right. Gives me a chance to get my all my interactive lights happening. So I look forward into, yeah, we did turn it into a Q&A, didn't we? I look forward to, maybe getting together with you on a Sunday for an hour. We can do a Q&A. We can talk about all sorts of things. I do have to laugh that the Trumpocalypse EAS sort of came true and didn't come true, thank God. So that's another one. So yeah, you're all amazing. Be well, stay safe, look after yourselves, get on with, make some EAS scenarios and see what you discover. And I look forward to talking with you again real soon. And just remember, if you see your content or another content creator's work on another channel without permission or attribution, let it be known, okay? Because those content producers deserve to have their work recognized and to get the advertising money that they do. Yeah, so everyone, look after yourselves. Be well. Oh, hi, Cyclonic Leo. By the way, everyone, Cyclonic Leo is my twin brother, Leo, who does tie-dye. He's recently lost, get this, everyone, 60 kilos from having an amazing bit of surgery, and he looks fantastic. So if you're ever interested in tie-dye on Instagram, check out Cyclonic Leo. He is pretty amazing. That's really great. And guys, if you want to learn how to make EAS videos, I'm happy to do a live tutorial one day for you as well. Now that I've been doing this teaching seniors technology over Zoom for the last 3 years, I'm more than happy to do a live tutorial for you. And there's lots of tutorials online. That's very true. And yes, say hello to my twin brother, Cyclonic Leo. Go on, check out his Instagram page. He is pretty bloody amazing and does a fantastic tie-dyes. So yeah, I'll leave you to it, everyone. Love you all heaps. You're amazing. You make me so happy. Be well. Take care, everyone.